Shalom, garden family. Thank you for laboring in the vineyard with me on this beautiful, beautiful day. I came out here on the north side garden to actually sow some eggplant seeds and to actually have a look at some things. And I noticed that these beautiful blueberries are bursting everywhere. And so I decided to come out here and give her a feeding. And this is generally what I feed her with. And this is acid-loving water solution plant food. And these are pretty much for plants, obviously, that love acid, like azaleas and blueberries. I'm about out of this, but it's 31, 11, 11, meaning that the NPK on it is the nitrogen is 31, the potassium is 11, and the um, what is the K? I keep forgetting what my K is, and I am a scientist, not a scientist, but you all know. But anyway, that is the formula, 31, 11, 11, and so basically per gallon, I'll add a scoop to this, and once a week I'll give it to her. I have to be honest with you and say that I neglected to be consistent with her as far as feeding her, but I've gotten much better, and as you can see, it has paid off because my little bush is full of blueberries. And I tried a blueberry already, and it was pretty sweet, so I figured if I let them finish ripening, they'll be even better. Let's see. So all of these pots that you see that look empty, I just sowed some um, eggplant seeds in. And this is the habanero. She's coming back pretty nice. But if you notice, she has different shapes about her. Like one pepper will look like this, and then another pepper will look like that. Then they all turn red, and they're obviously hot. But she's looking fairly well. So let me stand her up better because she's obviously been leaning for a long time. And one thing about container gardening, for all my container gardeners, um, if you have your containers wedged in soil, like my good friend Bull's garden does, then you'll have an easier time keeping them moist. But when they're on the cement or the ground, I'm telling you, you have to really, really, really water. I mean, you have to soak these bad boys. And sometimes I'll just turn the faucet on automatic and let it just sit there and soak. But those are the things you have to do when you are when you're trying to keep your plants, your containers moist. It's a very hard job, but I might try to work it out another way next year. Who knows? But yeah. So basically, like I said, I was doing was sowing some seeds. Um, Everything is looking so nice. I love when you leave your garden for a few days and just let it be. You know, you don't always have to come out and touch the garden, look at the garden, bother the garden. You know, you just leave it a few. And when you leave it a few, you always come back to a surprise. And so I did that on the south side garden. And I'm going to bring you over there in a second so that you can see how it looks. But I hope I don't get a copyright strike for this music. But oh my goodness, we'll see. But anyways, yeah, let's see the beans. See the beans? The beans are coming up. I've been trying beans for the longest, as well as squash. I've been trying squash for the longest. I've been gardening since 2014. I've been trying to grow squash since then, and I have yet to have any luck. And so far, it looks like I am going to have, I don't like saying luck because I don't believe in luck. I haven't had the blessing to be able to harvest a squash yet. So maybe this year, Yah will bless us with squash. That's my hope. That's my prayer. So pray for my garden, please. All the garden prayers are welcome over here. And I pray for your gardens as well. Thank you for all the kind words. I have so many commenters that comment on my page with such beautiful, beautiful messages of inspiration. And everybody knows that I'm just a simple gardener. I don't really think I come with anything instructional, but anything we do out here, I guess, helps others, you know. So again, I thank all of my new subscribers. I thank everyone who has found something that they could use. And again, I pray that everyone's gardens are abundant this year, and it keeps us out of the produce section of our grocery stores. Oh, last night, I have to tell you, I made some vegan spaghetti. Now, I'm not a vegan, but I did decide that I didn't want to eat any more meat. And that means, like, after I did that leg of lamb, that was the last big piece of meat we had in the freezer. And we decided that we were going to eat that and try not to consume much more meat. So basically, the bare minimum that I do have in the house is some turkey bacon. So I made spaghetti yesterday, and in lieu of turkey meat, I purchased some trumpet mushrooms from the farmer's market here in my town. And I have to say, I did not even notice that there was no meat in it. It was so delicious. And another thing I did, I purchased some lion's mane mushrooms. And the lion's mane mushrooms, they're white and their consistency is very fluffyish, kind of like a lion's mane, to be honest with you. That's what it looks like. And I cut those up, and they supposedly taste like crab, lobster, and shrimp. Now, those of you who know or don't know that we don't consume those things in our diet because they're considered unclean food, biblically speaking. So, biblically speaking, we had to let that go too. And so, upon letting that go, I made some crab rangoons with this lion's mane mushrooms, and I have some more inside. I'm going to probably make some more today. But they tasted so delicious. When I tell you, they taste just like crab rangoons. So there are truly some alternatives out here for folks that want alternatives and still want to enjoy, the things that we used to enjoy. And I think the Most High did that on purpose. I really do. I do believe that He made things so that we wouldn't have to crave what the world craves for. And He gave it to us in different forms, natural forms, like mushrooms. All right, so I'm going to go on to the south side garden and show you the squash. So because of the possible copyright, I'm not going to go on the south side. I'm just going to tell you to remember to do your best, be blessed, and try to grow something, anything, whether your garden is small, a porch garden, balcony garden, even if you have some steps and you just want to grow, put some pots on some steps, do what you got to do. Windowsills, if you have a fence, you can grow on your fence. And just thank you for laboring with me. Shalom.